Today I'm going to show you how to sew a super easy children's skirt. It is super beginner friendly and is one of the easiest things that you can start making if you're trying to get into making children's clothes. The link in the description box will give you the pattern pieces and the cutting dimensions if you don't want to print out a pattern for sizes 0 to 3 months to size 8. I'm going to make a 3T today, so I went ahead and cut out my pattern. And you'll notice there on the left it has cut on the fold. You're going to fold your fabric in half, or just go ahead and grab it however you had it cut at the craft store and place your pattern piece right on top of that fabric fold. So with my fabric folded, with the wrong sides kissing, I'm going to go ahead and lay my pattern piece right on top. If you're not using the pattern pieces, you can just cut the dimensions that were in the pattern tutorial. So go ahead and cut around your pattern piece. Doesn't have to be absolutely perfect with your cutting. If you have some jagged edges, that's okay because they're going to be hidden in your skirt seams. So now that we're done with our pattern piece, we're going to put that to the side and grab our fabric. Go ahead and unfold it. If there's a little bit of salvaged edge, you can cut that off so it doesn't show on the inside of your skirt. And go ahead and grab your iron. Open your fabric so that the right side is facing down. Go ahead and iron any wrinkles out and go to the bottom edge of your fabric. Roll it up approximately 1/4 of an inch. Does not have to be absolutely exact, just something along those lines. And iron it flat all the way down to the end of your skirt panel. Now you're going to go back to that bottom edge of your fabric and you're going to fold it up again approximately about 1/2 inch, and then you're going to iron that flat to make that seam all the way to the end of your skirt panel once again. Now you can pin or clip this in place if you want to, but go ahead and sew right along that top edge all the way down to the other end. This is what it should look like when you're done on the outside of your skirt, and here's what it looks like on the inside. You can see where I sewed right across that upper edge there. Now that you have your bottom skirt panel hemmed, go ahead and turn your fabric upside down and we're going to make the elastic waistband casing. So I suggest a 1-inch knit elastic. You can use any kind of elastic that you have though, but 1 inch is a good waistband for most. And if you're making it for a baby less than 6 months, I would probably use a 3/8 of an inch. So go ahead and fold the top of your fabric and fold it down approximately 1/4 of an inch like you did on the bottom of your fabric. Iron that seam flat. And then you're going to fold it over again approximately 1 1/4 of an inch. It does not have to be absolutely exact. A casing is a casing when it comes to these skirts, but try to get it as close to that as you can. If you're using a different length or width elastic, just make sure that your elastic casing is about the size of your elastic after it's sewn. So go ahead and sew that, or iron that flat. And then you're going to sew right along that edge, close to the edge, all the way down your skirt panel like you did on the bottom. And this is what it looks like when you're all finished. You've made an elastic casing that we're going to put elastic in, and you're ready to go. Go ahead and get your safety pin. I like to use the large ones. It makes it easier, but you can use any safety pin you have on hand. And you're going to get your elastic, just one of the ends. You don't need both of them right yet. And put your safety pin through one of the elastic ends, and you're going to feed that through your elastic casing. So all you're going to do is push your safety pin through the casing in your fabric and scrunch it and pull the end. Scrunch it a couple of times if you want to, and pull the fabric over that elastic. You don't want to go quite to the end of your skirt panel yet. You're going to pay attention to where your elastic is coming through, because you don't want that elastic to come through too much. You'll see here what I'm talking about. Just make it right flush with the end of that fabric there. Now that you've got it flush with your fabric, you're going to take it to your sewing machine and do a basting or a stitch just to hold that fabric in place, and do it right close to the edge, maybe less than a 1/4 of an inch, just to hold it in place there. Go back and forth over it a couple of times to hold that elastic nice and snug, and then you're going to continue feeding your elastic through the rest of your fabric casing. Once you've gotten to the end where your safety pin's getting ready to come out, you're just going to pull it a little bit so that you can hold on to that elastic and take your safety pin off. Then you're going to pull your fabric right to the edge so that it meets up with the edge of your elastic, and then you're going to sew another basting or stitch right here close to the edge like you did on the other side to hold that elastic in place. So go over it a couple stitches, and this is what you should have at this point. Grab your skirt panel by the ends and just pull it the full length of that elastic, and that's how you make your elastic waistband. It scrunches up evenly and perfectly over your fabric, and now you're ready to sew your skirt together. With the right sides together, go ahead and fold your skirt in half, and starting at the bottom, match your bottom edges together so that they're completely flush. Go ahead and pin or clip this in place. And then you're going to match up the top edge and do the same thing. Then you can put one more pin or clip right there in the middle. Now, using a 3/8 inch seam allowance, go ahead and sew starting at the bottom of your skirt to the top. And then you're going to go over the edges with a zigzag stitch to prevent any fraying happening when you wash your fabric. And this is what it looks like. Make sure when you're sewing that elastic waistband, you go over it several times with your zigzag stitch. Now you can flip your skirt right side out, and you're finished. Super cute and adorable gift. For baby showers or for birthdays, for your own little ones in the holidays. I've made thousands of these, and after you do a couple of them, they literally take only about 10 minutes to make.